Okay, so here we're going to show you our social CRM product for Sage CRM. Okay, so when you have a CRM system, how do you know what's going on in real time with that system? Generally, you don't, and you have to actually get the data out of the information. You have to actually go and fetch that data. You've got to find the information. You've got to actually then, maybe run a report on that information. There's no kind of real-time feel for what is actually happening within that system. And so CRM allows you to have your 360-degree view of the customer. You can record phone information, letters out, for example, stuff that you may not necessarily share via email, but they're in your CRM system. And a lot of the time, unless the actual user is looking at for that data, they won't generally see it. So what our social CRM integration does allows you to actually follow what's happening within CRM, and you can search on tags, you can follow individual users within CRM, and as they update CRM, it is fed into the social CRM platform. And I'll go into the platform that we've actually built this on top of. Okay, so what a social CRM really is integration for the enterprise. It's your Facebook, your LinkedIn before your business. It is specifically within your actual enterprise. There is no external feeds out from your business, so there's no risk of your data being ending up on LinkedIn or on Facebook. You can certainly read information into your social CRM system from those, but it doesn't go the other way. So what it does is it unites the people and information within your organization. They can share this data in real time. They can see the activity as it's going on, and we're going to show you that today. It's a centralized view of the data, and it does unite the channels within your organization, and it does really increase the value of CRM and improves user adoption. Users are used to a social CRM systems. They understand how to use Facebook, LinkedIn, so those type of environments are familiar to them. Kind of similar to our Outlook integration that we have at Accellerator. It allows people to actually get CRM into an environment they're used to, and will improve user adoption and how they use CRM, and they'll see the value more so of CRM than they may perhaps already. Okay, so we have integrated with a system called Socialcast, and you can see it's www.socialcast.com. It's a very powerful activity engine for your enterprise. You can socialize and centralize communications between people, applications, and data. And so what that means is we can feed information in from other systems as well as Sage CRM into the actual system as people are active, what they're actually doing in work at that time. So you can imagine I've just made a phone call, I've recorded the details into CRM, and then if I'm following, if a user is following me, for example, they can see that I just actually called a particular person. So they can see what activity I'm doing in real time. And so Socialcast is a SaaS model, and so it is fed into this SaaS engine. And it is one of the main companies out there at the moment, and it is humanizing collaboration inside the company, and they're very good at championing the whole idea themselves. So why do we use Socialcast? Well, it's a very powerful tool in of itself for any enterprise collaborations that you may have. It's free up to 500 users, so for smaller organizations you can just get started very quickly. It has a very heavy focus on integration, so they take a similar approach to ourselves in that they really want to actually get this information all into one central area, make it as easy as possible for users to actually use the system and appreciate its value. And they do provide SharePoint integration, Twitter, Jabber, and they also have an API, which is custom integration, and that's actually how we have integrated with it ourselves. One of the great things they also do is they have a lot of third-party add-ons, and they do have an Outlook client, and we'll show you that today. They have an iPhone client, a BlackBerry client, and they have a desktop client. Again, we'll show you that also. And they also have Google Apps email client. So you can imagine you're on your iPhone, you're maybe off-site, you can go into your Socialcast iPhone client, and you can see what activity your colleagues are doing in CRM. You can search on what they've been doing within CRM that day or last week, or you can search on keywords. So it's a very powerful tool. And also, as we mentioned, it is free up to 500 users. So you can just go in there now, sign up with Socialcast, and start setting up your own organization. Okay, so what do we actually sell? We actually sell the integration with Sage CRM. So Socialcast itself, as I said, is free up to 500 users. You can sign up with them it's very easy, it takes a minute. And then to get our integration, you need to purchase our social CRM integration that integrates into Socialcast. Okay, so without further ado, I'll show you now the software. Okay, so this is the desktop client you can see here within Socialcast. They also have a web client. And you can see then I can share things with my colleagues within my organization. So I might say just creating a demo of social CRM. I can share that. They have a very nice web-based client that you can use. And you can set up different groups within your organization. So if you have a large organization, you can set up different groups and maybe different divisions, so you can group who you're following. The system itself allows you to follow, and you can see all the activity within the company. Okay, so they've also got a number of applications that you can see. BlackBerry, iPhone, bookmarklet, email integration, a Google gadget. They've got their own API, SharePoint, Twitter compatible API, and they're apparently building Android and a few other different integration tools. I'll show you quickly the Outlook integration. Then the text I just typed just came in there. You can see I updated the company earlier, and this is the message it posts. So you can see we've got the whole Socialcast. When you install the Socialcast Outlook integration, you can see it displays the folder into the system. You can click on your home screen and you can see again the latest updates that have just come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an update within CRM. I'm going to go in here to Gatecom. I'm going to create a communication. So here I have the CRM screen, so I'm going to say I called Simon. I'm going to set the action here to be a phone out. So I called Simon and we agreed to meet. So that's a complete communication. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to create a new appointment. So what I did there was I created two communications, and within Socialcast itself you can see then that it actually has put in the information here. So if I was on my phone, I could see what someone was following me, they could see what I was doing within CRM, so they could see I called Simon and agreed to meet next week. And then I've also set up a follow-up meeting, so you can see it comes in a new meeting for this particular entity, new phone out. So it records the communications and pushes them out into Socialcast. And of course, if your user wishes to actually then take a look at that information, what they can do is click on the link here. And these URLs are constructed that they will bring you into the actual system. So I'm opening it in a different browser here. And you can see it brings me into the Gatecom company. And again, I can go into the communications here. So this allows you to really get at the information within CRM very quickly. So back in CRM, if we update an opportunity, we can see that the communication is inserted here. And we might say, well done. Now this information that's put here is not fed back into CRM, so it's only one way from CRM into Socialcast. We can of course add more comments here as we wish. So you can imagine we have a scenario where lots of colleagues may be working on a particular project, and we might say off to the pub. So it's a very nice way for our colleagues to actually work together within an environment that they're very familiar with, this kind of social media environment, but it's feeding in our work activity, our CRM activity. So you can see how this will improve adoption of CRM, how people will see the value of CRM, and of course then within this we can search for particular entities. So if we actually look at doing a case, for example, we've seen the case information go in as we updated the case, and also then we recorded a communication against it. We can actually then search on that case ID, and it will display all the messages that have that ID. So it's a nice way of actually searching for data as well within the system. So there is a lot more to Socialcast than we're demonstrating here. We're really just showing you the integration from CRM into the feed that goes into Socialcast from CRM, and how this can help build a social enterprise really that users are familiar with, that will improve user adoption, will centralize a lot of your data, your collaboration, and very much help users understand CRM and the concept behind it and why they should use it. If you'd like to talk to us, our information is on the screen now. You can email us, of course, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we're also on YouTube now, and you may even be watching this on that. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks very much for your time.